The Happy Mouse in Her Triangle House, a bedtime story. A free audiobook presented by Pigman Books. Narrated by Adrianne Flores. Once upon a time, there was a happy little mouse who lived quite contentedly in a triangle house. The roof was tall and very sturdy, and the address name was delightfully wordy. The mouse would spend her days tending her garden in the sun, and there was always plenty of cooking and cleaning to be done. She loved her big house, but she found it quite lonely. Some company would be grand, she thought. If only. The mouse would dress up and go for long walks, but she longed for a partner with whom to have talks. Then one day, in the rain, she stood under an umbrella, and along through the water came a handsome mouse fella. Over the next few days, they had so much fun. They held hands, they smiled, their two hearts became one. Time flew by, and the days passed like popcorn. And before they knew it, their first mouse was born. Mouse 1, Mouse 2, Mouse Pink, Mouse Blue. And just like that, their family grew. The triangle house that was once so quiet now was like an action-packed, non-stop riot. When food was served, she'd hear the scamper of feet, because it's a well-known fact that mice love to eat. The garden flourished with olives and cheese, and there was enough for anyone who just said, "Please." For no reason at all, they'd have picnics on the lawn, and they'd laugh and munch till all the food was gone. In summer, she made them all little bathing suits. In winter, they got fluffy hats and waterproof boots. They had the most fun playing all sorts of games. It was challenging enough just remembering all their names. Life in the house was mostly happy and breezy, but sometimes things were not really so easy. There were so many mice, it always felt like a crowd. And when everyone played, it was so very loud. Mice would pound on floors, and mice would slam doors. Mice would make messes and scatter their toys. They'd run and yell and make excessive noise. They'd get into arguments and fight and tussle, and everyone would get cranky amidst the hustle and bustle. Mama Mouse would point a stern finger and wrinkle her brow and demand, "Shape up, you mice, and do it right now." The peace and quiet would always prevail, for they loved each other truly and without fail. She'd say, "What would I do without my house full of mice?" Even on a bad day, life has never been so nice. She kept an eye on them all day and into the night, when the candlelight would keep all the rooms so bright. Into the evening, they'd laugh and get along, often with a hug and a ukulele song. Then with a wink, "Let's wind down the day. It's time to be calm and be quiet," she'd say. And, forming a line, off they would go, sure to be quiet. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Marching in their gowns towards their little beds, she'd give them all kisses on their little foreheads. She'd tuck them in and listen to them snore, and she'd whisper, "I love you more and more.